America. Vice President Joe Biden announced today, thanks to stimulus money, a reopening of a GM plant. The people of Detroit were so excited because they're going to be put to work once again. Of course, they are going to have to commute to Wilmington, Delaware. Wilmington, Delaware. Gosh, why do I... Joe Biden... Hey, isn't that where Joe Biden is from? Wilmington, Delaware. I guess that's why we've invented carpooling. The vice president made it pretty clear as he cut the ribbon, the stimulus package is really nothing but a giant special interest package for those towns that happen to be connected. Even Obama's economic team admitted the best days of the stimulus will soon be behind us. Before we pass those good days, could somebody point out the good? Isn't unemployment like at 10%? Mr. President, your actions have hurt small businesses, and this is important because the first stimulus was a failure because it didn't jumpstart the engine that creates, in hard times, 80% of the jobs in this country. 80%. What is that engine? Small business. While Biden is opening up a GM plant in his hometown, no special favors or connections there, small businesses, according to the Wall Street Journal, struggle to get loans. They're too scared to hire or expand. They don't know if cap and trade is coming. They don't know about health care. And they sit paralyzed in fear of Obama as he gobbles up large chunks of or restructures the economy. At the same time that he is hurting small businesses, he then has the audacity to go on and pay them lip service.
Small businesses have always been the engine of our economy, creating 65% of all new jobs over the past decade and a half, and they must be at the forefront of our recovery. That's why the Recovery Act was designed to help small businesses expand and create jobs. Show me where
that was, Mr. President, will you? Show me how it was designed. I can find the design for SEIU and the unions and GM and everything else. I can't find the design to help small businesses. And you notice he said in the last decade and a half, they've created 60, or what did he say, 65% of the jobs? Yeah, or 58%? Yeah, even worse. Yeah, it's interesting because if you go back and you look, when you look at the tough times in America, when we have economic trials, it's up to 80% of the job creation. My bad. Pardon me? He did say 68. 68, that's what he said. It's up to 80, Mr. President, when we have hard times. Your actions are hurting small businesses. But then you get on and you try to have healing words, and that doesn't match. Your actions and your words don't match. So you have to ask yourself, America, when that happens, is there possibly another agenda at play? Well, I think there is. Let me show you Barney Frank and his words yesterday.
We will be providing a mechanism for putting non-bank financial institutions out of everybody's misery. There will be death panels enacted by this Congress, but they will be for non-bank financial institutions that will not be considered too big to die. And I say that because we have this euphemism that we are going to be resolving these institutions. It has not been my experience that when someone says they are going to resolve something, they kill it. And we are talking about dissolution, not resolution. We are talking about making it unpleasant for the entities.
Happened a month ago. We played it for you last night. I mean, we're talking death panels for the free market system. The invisible hand is Barney Frank, and that invisible hand has been there for quite some time with plenty of oversight. But yet he was the guy who told us there's not a problem with Fannie or Freddie. Not a problem in the world. Really? And now we're listening to him to take even more control. They get more control to gobble up more companies. They dictate the salaries now. Companies can't take the risks that they want, and if they do take the risks, they're not allowed to fail and pay the consequence. They can't pay CEOs what their shareholders want. Isn't it, I'm sorry, isn't it like one man, one vote? Isn't a shareholder? Isn't the stock, their stock certificate, isn't that their vote? Aren't they the ones responsible? But now the government is coming in and just cutting the shareholders out. They're not allowed to make the decisions because they just don't know what's good for them. Well, now we've got Tim Geithner. He's the guy that's been laughing in the clip behind me. There he is. As he's talking about death panels, he's just laughing. He now has command over $317 billion that is still left in the TARP fund. You know, remember the TARP money that, was supposed to come back, and it was going to be a great investment. We're going to make money on that. Well, some of the money has been paid back by the companies. It was supposed to repay the taxpayers. Us, the two of us. Yeah. Geithner has decided that he's just going to invest that money as he sees fit. As he sees fit. Sorry, taxpayers. He knows better than... He can't figure out TurboTax, but he knows what to invest in. May I ask you a question, America? I can't find that in the Constitution. Is this the system that you want?